Okay, welcome back to the craziness of Cairo. Just took a little bit of time to relax after a long, hot morning. I needed a quick little break, but we're back out on the streets, and I'm gonna head around to some different neighborhoods, explore some things, and check more of this incredible city out. You ready? Hit me, hit me.
Good.
See you. Oh.
Thanks.
See you guys. So let me just talk about safety real quick. So I'm out of the tourist areas, walking down some of these side streets here where there's only locals. I'm the only tourist. And even in the really, really busy streets, I do feel very safe. Nobody has come up to me trying to grab my stuff, and I'm walking around with my camera, hanging out and whatnot. They're all very curious about the cameras, but I've never really felt in harm's way. So that's just something to note about here. I think a lot of the tourists just stick to the touristy areas, but even if you get outside those areas, I feel like it's still very safe. Okay, so I'm currently walking over the bridge heading to Zamalek, and behind me we have the Nile River. Pretty cool to be walking over this very famous river. I remember learning about it back in like elementary, middle school, so pretty cool to see it in person. So right now I'm walking around the neighborhood of Zamalek. Now this is a more laid back spot here in Cairo, so you don't have all of the craziness and honking like you do in some of the central parts of the city. And there are multiple schools over here as well, so a lot of college and high school aged kids walking around. There's a lot of cool little coffee shops, restaurants, bars, and just very peaceful. So it's a great place to come to get away from the craziness and just relax and explore. So as you can see, a lot of great energy here. A lot of restaurants have lines out the door. So a lot of activity, and it's just a great place to hang out and just take in the scenes on a nice night like tonight. But other than that, I think that'll wrap up today's vlog. I can't walk anymore, so I'm gonna head back to the hostel and hopefully get a great night of sleep, because I have one more full day here in Cairo. So we'll pick it up then in the morning. Okay, welcome to day 3 here in Cairo, my final day in this one-of-a-kind place. I have the full day to explore all over the city and try and see as much as I possibly can here today. So I'm actually kicking things off today. I'm gonna go to the Egyptian Museum. I'm not much of a museum person, but I've heard that this is a must-do for seeing ancient Egyptian artifacts and whatnot. So it actually seems kind of interesting. So I'm gonna kick things off over here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to film inside. We'll see. So I'll either pick it up inside or outside afterwards. Okay, just walking out of the museum. I was able to film a little bit, but I wasn't able to film the highlight of it, which was the tomb of King Tutankhamun, or King Tut. Getting to see that and the mask was absolutely so surreal. I'm not much of a museum person, but that made it all worthwhile. So I actually will recommend going to this museum behind me. Really cool experience, just very cool to see so many ancient artifacts that you can't really even process how old a lot of these are. Now I'm just gonna head around. I think I'm gonna head over to another mosque. And that mosque is the Mosque of Muhammad Ali, as you can see right here behind me. What a magnificent structure. Reminds me of the mosques in Istanbul. So I'm really excited to head on inside and see what it's like in there. Now there's also an incredible overlook from up here. You can see the entire city of Cairo and just see how dense this population is. 20 million total people. It's insane standing up here, and they just did the call to prayer, so you can hear it echo throughout the entire city. It's still one of the most surreal things about traveling throughout the Middle East, is hearing that. So man, I'm almost at a loss for words. And you can see the pyramids off in the distance. Probably can't see it in the GoPro, but standing up here is just incredible. So let's head on inside and check it out. Okay, that was simply put majestic. What an incredible mosque. As you can see, you have the mosque up on the hill with the view overlooking the city and the pyramids off in the distance. It's actually a really, really cool spot here in Cairo. Honestly, cannot recommend this enough. It's just great to get up here, escape the chaos, and take in some amazing views, and also get to check out just a magnificent mosque. So that's gonna do it from here. Let's head back on into the city. Okay, so in terms of getting around, my main means of transportation has actually been Uber, and it's been freaking awesome. The Uber system is super, super quick. I think the longest I've waited for one is literally 3 minutes. You call it and they're literally right on the same street as you are. And it's also incredibly cheap. I think the most expensive Uber I've taken has been from the airport to the city, which was $6. In the States, that would be like $35 to $40. So it's been a very effective way for getting around. So anyways, right now I'm gonna try a local dish here at one of the most famous restaurants in all of Cairo. So we'll check this out. All right, so what do we have here?
Yes, okay, it's Egyptian rice and pasta, noodles, lentils and chickpeas. Serve it with golden fried onion and chickpeas, tomato sauce normally. This is the chili spicy, if you like it spicy, okay? Now I prepare your plate, okay? You prefer chili?
Do it how you do it.
Okay. But let
Most authentic way.
Just let it. This is what in Egypt, Egyptian whiskey.
Okay.
Okay, but it's not have alcoholic, it's vinegar and garlic and lemon, okay? Not little here because it's so early. If I bought a lot, maybe you drunk. Salt and pepper and special spices. Squeeze lemon also here. Mix it well. Bismillah. It's golden fried onion is so delicious, you do it like. Chickpeas. Now bon appetit.
Incredible.
Enjoy.
Shukran.
Afwan.
All right, so he just prepared my whole dish here. Looks very interesting. So let's dig right on in. Okay, here we go. First bite of kosher. It smells actually really good. Let's try this out. Actually really, really good. Kind of tastes like pasta almost. But just very different with all the other toppings like the chickpeas, fried onions. The tomato sauce is great. Actually surprisingly really good. Now the tomato sauce is a little different than your average tomato sauce. It has a lot more spice to it. It doesn't taste like your original marinara tomato sauce. It's a little bit different. It's spicy, with a lot of flavor, but actually in a really good way. And then you combine that with everything else. Actually, very, very good. Definitely 2 thumbs up. And the best part about it is it's only $1.50 for this whole thing. So all the food here is just incredibly cheap, incredibly flavorful, and very, very, very good. Bye bye. Okay, what a great experience that was. A really great meal in a very authentic place. The people in there were so nice and friendly. Even wanted to be in the video, as you saw. So can't recommend that place enough if you want a great authentic Egyptian meal. So let's keep exploring a little bit and walking around, checking some more things out. Okay, here's what it's like to cross the street in Cairo. Crazy. It's like a 50% chance of death. Okay, taking one last walk before I have to be up super early tomorrow morning to head to my next destination. But just walking and taking in the sights and sounds here one last time in Cairo. What an incredible city. I'm so happy I chose to come here. As you can see by all this action, this place is one of a kind. One of the biggest, most chaotic cities in the entire world. Definitely the most crazy I've ever been to. But nevertheless, so many amazing people, so much culture, and just an incredible experience the last 3 days being here. Thank you. All right, I think this is a good spot to wrap up this video, but I mean, wow. Walking around here, I just have to take moments to just stand and observe everything, take in all the sights and sounds. It's really just hard to wrap my mind around the chaos and craziness of Cairo. So unfortunately, that is going to do it for this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed being brought along for this wild ride in Cairo. But the 3-week mega trip is not over yet. We have one more country to visit before heading back home. So thanks as always for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and we'll pick it up in the next country.